Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. Let's dive right into a twin flame collective message for the divine masculines. Okay, we're gonna find out why it is they may be silent and what your guides want you to know about the silence. They could be pulling away. I feel too like the main message I was getting was like just things left. You two left the conversation abruptly, or you know when you go through the cycles with your twin flame and it's like every conversation that seems like there's some kind of ending or tower moment that happens where you two are actually trying to say that like this is the end, like, you know, I'll never see you again, like, you know, I think it's best that we just, you know, stop communicating, whatever the case is. I feel like two people have experienced that, okay? And many of you may just feel uncomfortable. Okay, you're uncomfortable with the separation because it feels so sudden or it feels so abrupt. But I feel like this reading is coming through to you as a peace of mind. Okay, it's a reminder that when separation triggers itself, it is an opportunity for both of you to learn something about yourself. Okay, so I am coming on to give the reminder, do your best not to chase or to try to pull answers from, I want to say your masculine, because I do feel like they are the ones that tend to get very triggered easily. Like they will do the blocking, they will do the, you know, just kind of ghosting, going silent. They will even remove themselves entirely off of social media, things like that. Because that feeling of running is the feeling of feeling safe again. Okay, they feel very seen by you. Okay, it's like the pressure is on whenever your energy is around, so they have no choice but to disconnect in the fastest, most efficient way that they can. Unfortunately, it comes off as, to the divine feminine, like, what the hell, like, who does that? But it's because you aren't feeling the intensity that they're feeling, right? It's like you're okay, you're there to stay put, you want to talk with them, you want to meet up with them, you want to talk about this connection. Meanwhile, they just want to breathe into a paper bag simply because you're speaking to them, right? So I feel like for those of you who, again, will resonate with that energy that's coming through, what do your guides want you to know at this time? Like, where should your focus be so that you can give yourself and your divine masculine the time that you both need to kind of process the conflict? Like, whatever happened that made you two go, okay, let's go running in the other direction, or maybe they went running in the other direction and you were like, okay, was it something I said? Like, okay, so what do your guides want you to know about, like, the conflict and where you should be focused? Okay, so the burden of choice. Okay, so let's see what the message is here. So choosing higher ground, interesting, consequences, unconscious choice making. Okay, so first of all, with choosing the higher ground, I feel like many of you could have been arguing about some kind of decision when it comes to, I want to say, connecting more in the physical. Okay, and I don't know why that energy is coming through very strongly, but I do feel like you two have gone through a lot of conflicts when it comes to, like, meeting up in person and spending time together. I have been picking up on this, like, very secretive energy that's been coming through in a lot of the readings, because I do feel like it's a powerful time for these connections to come out in the open. So I feel like the reason they're so triggered is because you dare to state the obvious, or maybe point out the elephant in the room, right? Many of you might be confronting your divine masculines, like, how can we communicate in this way? You know, like, it's like you may be married, or you may be in another country, you may be about to have a family, you may about to have a child. I'm drawing my boundary and letting you know, like, I can't do this unconscious decision making anymore. I can't exist in this connection with you and only see you when we have these passionate exchanges, and then other than that, you've got your whole life going on the other end. Okay, so that may be the elephant in the room that's coming up for many of you. It could have been what this heated conversation was like. And I feel like the universe is saying, like, of course these conversations are going to come up between you two to be resolved in some way, or at least to point out what you two have been struggling with in terms of connecting with one another. Okay, but I want to say good on you for speaking up and maybe choosing the higher ground on something here. I feel like this reading is for those of you who are like, I really can't do this. Like, I can't do it in the way that it's set up here. Like, I can't have us be a secret. And then it's like when we say goodbye on the phone or when we say goodbye to each other, whatever the case is, you know, you're going back to another life that I just kind of have to forget about you in this moment. And I do feel too, like coming through from your counterpart, it is challenging for them as well. Like it's not just you feeling this one-sided thing. They also feel like, what am I doing? Like I really need to smarten up here. And they go through this like kind of push and pull with their own life where they feel like they have a responsibility to stay married to their spouse. They have a home together. They could have assets together. It would be very difficult to introduce the idea or concept of separation or divorce to their children. So it just kind of puts them in this place of like, I need to be here, but at the same time, they're in a marriage that's very passionless. There's no love. There's no healthy communication. I feel like it could bother your divine masculine as well. Like if they do have kids, especially kids that might be growing up and observing them in their marriage, they could at times feel like they're not, like they hate to see their kids observing them in a marriage like that. Okay, I'm also hearing too for some of your divine masculines, and maybe this is why the burden of choice is coming up here, because it is a heavy burden for them to make that choice to stay. But another message I'm getting that's coming up is like, the reason they keep coming towards you is because of that feminine energy, like that true feminine energy, okay? I'm hearing that like somebody's wife, I don't know why I heard that very strongly, but somebody's wife is not very nice to them, and the kids notice. And I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are burdened by the connection that they're in. Many of you in the divine feminine counterpart energy, you can sense this, like you can pick up on it. Many of you have maybe had dreams about his wife being a certain type of way or trying to come for you in your dream. It's like this very controlled, you're not going anywhere. We have a contract here, you're going to stay put. But, you know, the interesting thing I'm getting around the energy is like, this divine masculine doesn't know that people notice that he is unhappy in this marriage, and that people are waiting for him to make some kind of move to get out and take care of his responsibilities, meaning like, you know, do what you need to do for the sake of your autonomy and happiness, and like set an example for your children that it's like, if you're unhappy, it's okay to take responsibility for yourself and the things around you and make moves in order to be happy, to be fulfilled. Because like the image that I am getting in my head here is like, and I think I did share it in a few readings back where I talked about a lot of your divine masculines, like these karmic situations, they're starting to know that there's somebody else in the picture. Like there is a divine feminine energy, and it comes from many of your divine masculines feeling really good about themselves. Like after you guys may connect, you may bond deeply. And I feel like a lot of your divine masculines as well, like they feel really loved by you, like they feel really nurtured by you. Many of you may not know, but like in their minds, like in their head when they're with you, I keep hearing this message. Many of them might be saying like, wow, this is what it feels like to be loved. You know, they've never experienced that. Okay, I'm hearing like, you know, a few moments of passion with you and the way that you may exchange energy with them. It doesn't compare to maybe like the last 20 years they've spent with their wife. You know, the intensity, the love, like the connectedness, like, you know, making love to someone or kissing someone or spending time with someone that you know genuinely loves you just as much. They've not experienced that. Okay. Which is why I think I was hearing earlier, like this wife, whoever this is not very nice. And I'm hearing like a lot of like talking down to, or like, just kind of seeing them as like, this is your duty. This is your responsibility. Like, so what if we don't sleep in the same bed at night? So what if I'm not giving you intimacy? Like, it's not important. We have kids, we have jobs to tend to. Like, there's no sense of intimacy being important to this wife. And I feel like, you know, your divine masculine, they're coming to terms with the fact that it's like, damn, like I'm human. Like, I want love. I want to be desired. Like, I'm a man, a masculine man. Like, you know, intimacy for me is important. Like, if I'm making love to someone, I want to know that they want me back. They want me too. You know, but I feel like whoever this wife is, they don't make them feel like that. You know, and if they do end up having intimacy with them, it's like, oh, well, isn't it your lucky day? Isn't it your lucky day? And I feel like in the past, many of these divine masculines, they would just take what they were getting. But now that you've entered the picture, there's maybe boundaries going up around there, right? Not wanting to be so intimate with someone. Maybe this wife is like, damn, he hasn't asked for it in a really long time. Well, yeah, because just a phone conversation with the divine feminine is enough to fill them up in a way that's just like emotionally fulfilling, that it's like they don't need to hound behind you for just, you know, a little bit of sexy time to feel like how a man should be feeling. So that's, this is just definitely prying into somebody's business. Let's get a message for you, Divine Feminine, from your Divine Masculine. Okay, let's see what kind of themes are happening. Like, just a message from them that they want you to know, because I feel like they definitely dish some stuff that's going on behind closed doors that I do feel like you already know, but this reading is going to be like a confirmation, like, damn, I knew it. But many of you may already know it. They might have said some things here and there to you that you might have been like, okay, I get it. But they're not going to say everything to you because they have a pride, right? They want to protect this relationship and the family home and stuff. They want you to know that, no, this is a happy home life. I'm happy with my wife, right? But many of you are just like, okay, as you sit here across from me, okay, sure. All right, so let's get a message here, guys. Let's find out what your masculines want you to know on top of what's going on with the energies here. What else do they want to reveal? Okay, so self-respect. Honest living. Okay, this could be, I'm feeling so much out of this card. I feel like, first of all, they respect you for keeping your distance. They respect you for maybe pulling back your energy or backing away. I feel like whatever separation you guys are going through, and maybe you as the Divine Feminine energy, you could have initiated it. You could have just been to that point where you're just like, this needs to happen. Like, I need to speak up. I need to say something because I just don't like this vibe. I don't like the way it's going. Okay. I prefer honest living. I don't want to be your secret. And you need to live honestly as well. Okay. Like, if that situation over there back home doesn't bother you enough to take action and do something about it so that you can live authentically, then I don't know, energetically that just kind of feels off, you know? Like, a man who's gonna live his life dishonestly like that tells me like you have some kind of fear or some kind of weakness. Like, that's not strong enough. You know, I feel like this Divine Feminine's like, that's not strong enough for me. Like, you don't have, like, honesty is like one of those characteristics, like those qualities within a man that's just like hella attractive, you know what I mean? Like, somebody who can come with it, like, honestly. So I feel like you guys are mirroring each other. Many of you Divine Feminines, you're kind of pulling back because you're just like, wait a second, like, what the f- am I doing? Like, I don't want somebody who can't be upfront, who can't be honest. Like, they meet me, there's a passionate connection there. Then, okay, I need to be honest because I can handle my business and I can take care of shit. You know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like this masculine's not coming off that way. They're coming off as secretive and running back and indecisive. And it's just, I feel like whoever you are, Divine Feminine, it is a turnoff. The fact that this person can't be honest and authentic, and maybe you're honest and authentic, and maybe you thought that you could, you know, get into this and maybe invest in it, and that maybe there would be some kind of change. And because there's not, many of you are just like, no, I can't do it. Like, my self-respect means too much to me. Okay, and no shame for any of you who are going through these types of scenarios, because I know that on the Twin Flame journey, it's a reason for us to develop and to spiritually grow and to really do live authentically, like live in our highest good. Many of you are being hit with a lot of these passionate situations, and you're really surprising yourself with the amount of strength that you have, right? Your ability to be able to say no, your ability to be able to draw healthy boundaries, your ability to say no, like, I'm worthy of more. Like, I'm worthy of what it is I ideally want. And this just ain't it. Okay? So, yeah, that is the quick check-in there for the Divine Masculine Collective. Those who are pulling away silent. I feel like many of you are just kind of letting it go if you do sense any kind of karmic ties here. Anything pulling on your energy, trying to make you shift or bend in ways that you don't really want to. I feel like many of you are ready to walk away and give that up. Okay, so the only thing I can say is really prepare for just a more lighthearted feeling. Okay, the burden of choice, I feel like this big choice was just really to let this go and now see what that letting go ends up doing. Okay, so if you guys would like to dig deeper, go and check out my Hipsy profile, join my community. I'd love to work with you guys one-on-one. If you're interested in any other kinds of extended readings more on the sensual side, do check out my membership section here on YouTube. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Bye!